Breaking news mga kababayan, nako po, eto na. Ang umaalab, sumasabog na balita. PRRD, lalaya na mga kababayan. Grabe, totoo kaya ito? Kasi Robin Padilla, merong pasabog na nagpakabog. Ito po mga kababayan, proposal sa pagsuko kay FPRRD sa ACC. Pinaalala ni Senator Robin Padilla sa Senado. Grabe, anniversary ng pagkakakidnap kay Tatay Digong sa ACC. Mga kababayan, so ngayon, bali-balita ito ha. Hindi natin alam kung totoo. PRRD, uuwi na ng Pilipinas. Halaka, totoo kaya ito? Panoorin po natin ang balita dito sa Senado. Ano ang pasabog ni Robin Padilla na kinagulat ng mga tangalista at bobolista? Nako po, ito po.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Oh, Mr. President, we'd like to recognize our distinguished colleague, Senator Robin Hood Padilla, who would like to seek the floor for manifestation.
Senator Robin Padilla, what is the pleasure?
Ginoong Pangulo, nais ko lamang po makapagbigay ng isang napakaikling manifestasyon lamang po.
You may proceed.
Maraming salamat po. Ngayong araw po, ika-11 ng Marso, ay inaalala po natin ang nangyari noong nakaraang taon. Ang atin pong dating Pangulo ay puwersang dinala at ngayon po ay nakakulong sa The Hague, Netherlands. At ako po ay nais ko lamang pong ipaalala sa ating mga kababayan na ang Senado po ay hindi naging tahimik dito dahil nagkaroon po tayo ng resolution number 28 na ito po ay yung expressing the sense of the Senate requesting the International Criminal Court to hold former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte under house arrest for humanitarian considerations. At nais ko lamang din po, Ginoong Pangulo, na ipaalala sa ating mga kasama na meron din po tayong proposed Senate Resolution number 307. Ito po yung resolution expressing the sense of the Senate of the Philippines to protect all Filipinos against extraordinary rendition and guarantee them reasonable time prior to their surrender by or extradition from the Philippines to seek redress from the courts and avail of legal remedies. Yun lamang po, mahal na Ginoong Pangulo. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We take note of the manifestation of our dear colleague, Senator Robin Hood Padilla.
Ayan, mga kababayan ko.
Man, kita mo bang nakikita ko?
Alam niyo naman ngayon, ito po yung araw na kung saan persahan po na pinagtulungan at dinala si Tatay Digong sa ICC. Marami pong umiyak na mga Pilipino, maraming lumuha dito at nagdalamhati. Mga kababayan, hanggang ngayon po, nagdadalamhati ang mga Pilipino dahil si Tatay Digong ay nakakulong doon. So ngayon mga kababayan, tignan po natin ang mga pasabog dito sa Senado. Grabe ito.
I move to defer the reading of the regular session, the minutes of the regular session to a later hour, Mr. President.
Hearing no objection, the journal is dispensed with, no, not dispensed with
Or deferred reading, yes.
we defer the reading of the journal.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that we proceed with the reference of business.
Secretary will proceed with the reference of business.
Messages from the House of Representatives. Letter from informing that the Senate that
Ayan mga kababayan, matindi po itong balitang ito. Ano kaya ang mangyayari pag si Tatay Digong ay nakalaya na at si Sara Duterte na ang Pangulo? Naku, nanginginig si Trillanes de Lima at sila bangag dito. So ngayon mga kababayan, pakinggan po natin itong interim release kay PRRD. Patuloy na iginigit sa ICC ni Atty. Kaufman. Panoorin po natin. Ito po mga kababayan ko, panoorin po natin yung Atty. Kaufman. Ito po, latest interview. Ano kaya ang mangyayari po mga kababayan sa interim release ni, ito po, check po natin, latest interview.
Oh, come on.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, good afternoon. How are you
Good
today?
afternoon, Alvin. How are you? We are great. Attorney Nick, there's a lot of information circulating online right now that you actually quit your job as the part of the defense team of the former president. How true is that?
It's totally false. I never quit. First of all, I have been hired for a specific purpose, and that was for the confirmation proceedings. We've concluded the confirmation proceedings. We hope that we will succeed in not having the charges confirmed. However, if the charges are confirmed, then it remains to be decided whether I will stay on or not. It's not my decision to make. It's
Ay, isipin nyo mga kababayan, pinapalabas pa ng mga tangalista, bobolista, mga dilawan na satanista na si Attorney Kaufman ay nag-resign na daw na legal counsel ni PRRD. Ito ay walang katotohanan. Ginagawa lang ito ng mga taong mga bobolista, tangalista upang panghinain ang mga loob ng mga nagmamahal kay Tatay Digong na 100 million ng mga Pilipino. Grabe ang mga bobolista na mga ito. Kaya si Attorney Kaufman may pasabog dito mga kababayan.
the decision of the former president himself. He's the client. He decides. He decides, obviously, in consultation with his family. But it's not the family who decides. I have to stress that. It's not the vice president, as many people would like to think. She had nothing to do with my being hired. At the end of the day, I'm sure that many people would be glad to see the back of me, but that remains to be decided.
Attorney Nick, with respect to the decision of the appeals chamber about the review of the detention of the former president, do you have a reaction about people already saying that it is a determined decision that then the former president will be forever incarcerated inside the detention facility?
Well, we submitted a medical report. The appeals judgment was quite detailed, if I can put it that way, but it bent over backwards to find a legal reason for not entertaining the medical report. You will note, of course, that the former president wasn't even invited this time to give a waiver or to attend court. I don't know what the reason was behind that. Maybe he would have appeared on this occasion just to show the judges how he really is. There seems to be, as it were, some kind of reticence to actually engage with the conditions that the former president is actually suffering from on a daily basis. And it's not just me who invented this. Don't forget, right at the beginning when we discussed the medical issues, the neuropsychologist who was commissioned by the prison itself, I'm talking about the registrar of this court, he commissioned a neuropsychologist to examine the former president, and he found the same cognitive deficiencies that we found. So we're not inventing these things. Now, if the appeals chamber judges don't want to engage with that, and if the pre-trial chamber doesn't want to engage with that, then there's not much I can really do. But we've done our job, and we've done it as best we can.
And as far as the interim release of the former president is concerned, Attorney, is it the defense position to file another interim
We will
request?
always ask for his release, and we will continue to ask for his release. Because he should be released. Listen, he's an 80-year-old man. He walks with a cane down the prison corridor. He shuffles because he's fallen over a number of times in prison. So the risk of flight, it's purely theoretical as far as I'm concerned. The intimidation of victims and witnesses, well, who are these victims and witnesses? We've discussed them at the confirmation hearing. The victims are suspected drug users and criminals. That's what the prosecution says. They're the victims of this case. And who are the witnesses? Well, I said that many times during the confirmation hearing as well.
Ay, isipin nyo mga kababayan, sinasabi kasi ng mga kampo ni Trillanes sa si Tatay Digong, pagka na-interim release ito, may flight risk daw. Baka takutin daw yung mga witness. Delikado daw ito pag nakauwi. Tignan nyo itong mga ginagawa ng mga taong ito na kumidnap kay Tatay Digong. Anong sinasabi ng mga taong bayan, mga kababayan ko? Nako po, ito na. Daghang salamat, Sir Alvin, sa update dyan sa ICC Detention Center. Stay healthy, everyone. God bless always. Praying for your safety and good health, Attorney. We are rooting for you and looking forward to see you in the Philippines soon, specifically in Davao, as PRRD overcome all these things happen to him. Thank you, Alvin, for your undying support to PRRD. Stay safe and healthy always. Please, Attorney Kaufman, thank you so much for defending our beloved PRRD. God bless you and always and your family. Thank you always, Attorney Kaufman, for being there for our beloved Tatay Digong. Thank you for your update. Ayan na mga kababayan ko. Ano ba ang nangyayari? Bakit kinidnap? Siyempre, nainggit sila sa mga Duterte. Nainggit sila Trillanes, De Lima, sila Bangagista. Nainggit po sila mga kababayan kasi nga, alam natin na ang gawain ng mga kalaban ni Tatay Digong mga korap. Kaya pakinggan po natin ito. Sana makalaya na nga si Tatay Digong pag si Sara na ang panalo sa 2028.
They are self-confessed vicious murderers.
Attorney Nick,
Some of them, not all of them, but most of them. The critical ones are.
Attorney Nick, in as far as the submission of the Deputy Prosecutor Nyang with respect to your statement, public pronouncement about the Filipino legal team of the former president, asking you to declare on whether or not they are part of the defense. What's your comment on that?
Well, I have a comment. I filed a public response, which I've asked to be reclassified as public. What I can say at the present moment in time is what I've said all along. They provided valuable assistance. Doesn't mean they had access to confidential documents. They are fully aware of the restrictions of their involvement in the case, but these lawyers came along to help us, and they helped us very valuably. And I even mentioned what they gave us in another interview that I gave to ABS, I think. I said that they provided us with a number of documents, police manuals, all sorts of information which the prosecution itself didn't even bother producing at the confirmation hearing.
Attorney Nick, with the recently concluded confirmation of charges hearing, which you actually did a very good job, the press made a statement right now being published, circulated in different platforms, that there seems to be off with respect to the absence of the former president during the confirmation of hearing. What's your position in that regard?
Well, that he wasn't present?
Yes.
And they're drawing adverse conclusions from that? Well, he gave his reasons for not attending the hearings, and he made them very clear in his waiver, which he filed with the court. I know that Senator Leila de Lima thinks that this was invented or someone wrote it for him. Well, I can assure Senator Leila de Lima that that is not the case. Those were the president's words himself. And I even mentioned them at the conclusion of my closing statement at the conclusion of the confirmation proceedings.
Attorney Nick, just to conclude this interview, on the 28th of March will be the 81st birthday of the former president, and we decided to do this just right around the Duterte Street to make a historical statement. Do you have a message to the Filipino people?
Yes, I want to see them flooding this place with flowers like they did last year. I don't just want to see them on this, I want to see them all the way to the court premises, half a kilometre down the road. Let's see that. Show your love for him, show your support for him, but do it peacefully and lawfully.
Ayan, mga kababayan ko. Talagang uulan ng bulaklak. Sabi naman ni Sara Duterte, anong masasabi natin? Or ano ang masasabi niya? Galit ng mga Pilipino. BP Sara muling kinuwestiyon ang pagkaka-kidnap ni Tatay Digong sa ICC. Ito po, tingnan po natin. May pasabog si Sara Duterte dito. Naku po, pag ito nanalo, magtago na kayo! Kayong mga tangalista kayo, mga bobolista kayo, magtago na kayo sa inyong mga lolo, mga panot nyong lolo.
Oo, hindi lang mga Tabuenos, no? Mga Pilipino, galit sa nangyaring pag-kidnap kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. It is unthinkable that a government, no matter the political differences with the administration, would send a citizen to a foreign jurisdiction to be detained and tried for crimes against humanity na walang basehan at walang maayos na witnesses. So, galit ang mga tao. Isang taon na sila galit at hindi uupa yung galit hanggang hindi mabalik dito sa Pilipinas sila dating Pangulong Rodrigo. Napag-usapan namin ng abogado ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na every time merong opportunity na mag-apply ng interim release, si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ay gagawin yon. Kahit pa man hindi nila yon at alam natin na hindi nila yon ng korte, gagawin pa rin natin.
Ayan, mga kababayan ko. Kidnap for ransom. Ayan o, kinidnap. Ayan mga tangalista. Nagko-comment. DDS galit. Yung mga loyalista na tuwa. O yung mga tangalista na tuwa. O tingnan, ulol kayo lang ang galit sayad. O tingnan mga tangalista. Ikaw lang may galit at mga DDS. O, tignan nyo mga tangalista. Mga kababayan, salamat po sa inyo. Mag-comment po kayo mga kababayan. Unang anibersaryo ng pagkakaaresto kay PRRD. Mga kababayan, kung ano bang ginagawa ng mga Pilipino. Ito po, pakinggan po natin.
Isang taon na nang ipaaresto ng ICC si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte para sa kasong Crimes Against Humanity kaugnay ng kanyang kampanya kontra droga. At live mula sa Quezon City, may Express Report si Mon Gualvez. Mon, paano ba ito ginugunita nitong ang mga kaanak ng biktima ng war on drugs?
Nikki, sama-samang panalangin habang patuloy pa rin nananawagan ng hustisya. Ito ang ginawa ng kaanak ng mga nasawi sa sinasabing war on drugs ngayong isang taon na nga mula nang arestuhin at dalhin sa dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa The Hague, Netherlands. Iniwan ang mga suot na tsinelas sa harap ng simbahan kasama ang mga imahe ng yapak ng paa. Sinabayan din ito ng pagisindi ng kandila at pag-aalay ng bulaklak sa paligid. Ito ang ginawa ng mga mahal sa buhay ng naging biktima ng umano'y extrajudicial killings o EJK noong nakaraang administrasyon. Sumisimbolo ito ng patuloy na pagdamay ng mga kaanak na naririto pa sa lupa habang sinusulong ang hustisya sa mga namayapa dulot ng madugong war on drugs.
O mga kababayan, naniniwala ba kayo sa mga kunwari mga EJK victim na nabayaran? Yan ang sinasabi po ng karamihan mga kababayan na talagang plinano ang pagkakaaresto kay Tatay Digong sa ICC. Kaya mga kababayan, ano masasabi nyo dito? For transparency, for a better democracy. Manalangin po tayo, manalig tayo na si Tatay Digong ay makakauwi dito sa Pilipinas at muli nating masilayan at dito na magbagong taon. Ipag-pray po natin na si Sara Duterte ang maging Pangulo sa 2028 para makabalik si Tatay Digong, para magbayad lahat ng mga umalipusta at ng bastos sa karapatan ni Tatay Digong. Ginawa lang niya ang kanyang trabaho bilang presidente. Gumandang Pilipinas na wala mga durugista, na wala mga kurakot. Naging mabait lahat. Malinis ang mga estero, Manila Bay, nagkaroon ng mga giant infrastructure na ngayon ay pinagtititigil na dahil kinurap na lahat ng budget. Mga kababayan, for transparency, for a better democracy, this is the Wonders Philippines. Mabuhay po mga kababayan. Ay, nakakaiyak po ito. Sana po makalaya na si Tatay Digong. Mabuhay po.